I remember the first day I made $2,000. 1971, equivalent to $12,000 now. I remember crystal clear. I went on about 3 or 4 suits. I remember the first day I made $10,000 in a day. 1974. I bought a new car with that. Today's dollars, $54,000. I remember the first day I made 100 million fucking pounds in one day. Equivalent to 271 million pounds and $350 million in one goddamn day. Do you understand that? You don't know anybody that even remotely came close to that. And I was not satisfied. I have 3 regrets in life. 3. 1, I'm a combat-trained fucking army officer who never saw fucking combat. 2, I told my mother the day before she died, Mom, you're not sick. She quit being a bitch. She's dead the next morning. And 3, I didn't set my goals high enough. Well, if I didn't set my fucking goals high enough, where the fuck are you? 350 million, large ones. There's my picture. 35 years ago, I took 20 million bucks out of the city, the financial district here in Britain. Do I look happy? You fucking ain't right, I was happy. I didn't know whether to shit or go blind. I was so fucking happy. I remember the hangover the next day. God almighty. I'm surprised I ever got over that hangover. But I have a new way of getting over hangovers now. My lovely wife bought me a hyperbaric chamber. It looks like a spaceship. Hyperbaric chamber. For those of you, most of you can't afford it, but it costs a lot of money. But they're great for hangovers. I don't know about anything else. And jet lag, which I don't suffer from because jet lag is for cunts. It is one thing to study war and another to live a warrior's life. Almost everybody in this room has read more about business, personal development, supposedly creating wealth than I have. I've read nothing. So if you read one book, you read one blog, you've done more than I have. And look at you. How's your program worked out? They used to ask I keep wanting to get to my father. I'll get to him in a minute. And the reason why I want to keep it, because I'm him with a little refinement. Just think of that. I'm him with a little refinement. Because my dad killed people. Legally. Fuck, can't even get any better than that. God damn. I missed the fucking boat on that. Because you're desperate to fit in. My father was not desperate to fit in. And I'm certainly not desperate to fit in. And although I have a lot of security here, I bring my own security. And at the University of Toronto, they were really nice, top 25 world school. And they called up my crack staff, and they said, we're worried about Mr. Pena's security. I said, okay. So I brought a cricket bat. So I'm about an hour into the talk at the University of Toronto, and somehow it came up, and so a kid sitting right about where you are, what was it for? Now, you can't make this bullshit up. What was it for? And the audience wasn't laughing. Are you shitting me, kid? And nobody laughed again. And I said, because I'm going to take your head off right about at the chin. And the first 3 or 4 guys are dead. And that'll keep the other 400 behind you. The kids don't even know why. I have a lot of security in the room, but just in case they get to, I was teasing some of the guys, just in case they get to them, guys, you can take a nap, take a break, have a smoke. None of these guys are going to rush me. And yes, I would. And yes, I have. Hit people with bricks, pipes. There's people in this audience that have never been yelled at growing up. There's people in this audience that have never been spanked. There's people in this audience that have never really been reprimanded. There's people in this audience that have not been in a schoolyard fight, you know, with little kids fight. That's inconceivable to me. I don't understand how you can get through life and nobody ever, slapped you. How's your program worked out? My dad used to be teased by his older brother and sister, aren't you being too rough on Danny? That's what they used to call me. And he used to say, I can't say it like he did it. He'd look at his older sister and say, well, how's your program working out with your crack whore daughter? Then he turned to his brother and saying, how's your program working out with your convicted felon in San Quentin heroin addict? And I'm asking you, how has your fucking program worked out to date? It hasn't, has it? Oh, well, why would you, some of you were lined up 2, 3 o'clock this morning. I'm not surprised. Because people come to me for one or two reasons. Desperation or inspiration. There's not an inspired motherfucker in this room. All I see is desperation. Now this kid doesn't know that's dangerous. He's programming another way. He doesn't know. I didn't know when I'm 13 years old wrestling with lions. I didn't know that was dangerous. Although my mother's off camera, she was hysterical. Off camera screaming and yelling for my father, Manny, get the cat off his back. Now I'm happy as Larry. And as an adult, I'm happy as Larry. You can see Sally in the background. They're walking a little behind me. Yes, these big cats do hurt people. All the fucking time. But never even entered my mind. And there we are with the silverback gorillas. This is not a photo shot. I'm right in Charlie's face. And again, it's very expensive, but if you're going to do anything, go visit them. They're a treasure. And I was a little more distant when we were trekking with the lions because a hyena or something had stolen 2 or 3 of their cubs about 3 hours before that. And so they were looking for the cubs. But Sally and I do this kind of stuff all the time. One of the things I tell people is to learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. To get out of your comfort zone. I still doing this. This year Sally and I are going to jump out of a jet plane. A jet fucking plane going Mach 2! Yeah, you can, Sally, don't believe that you can be hurt. Where's Sally? Don't believe that you're going to be hurt, honey. That's just a rumor. You can't get hurt jumping out of a plane. Yes, I discovered the stratosphere in Vegas. Jump 855 feet. And this is Photoshop. The lower right-hand corner of me landing on my feet is a lie. I landed head first, but we decided for eternity that was going to be my landing. Not me burying my head and shoulder into the fucking ground. Then I have knocked unconscious. So that is Photoshop, on the right-hand corner. I didn't land on my feet. I didn't land like this. In my dreams, I still land like that, but in reality, I'm not that coordinated. Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. I can say with my hand on where my heart's supposed to be, I'm not afraid of anything. Nothing. Been run over by a 3,000-pound charging buffalo, you name it. Because my dad wasn't afraid of anything. As opposed to you being afraid of everything. You are afraid of everything because your father and or mother and your family are afraid. And how has that program worked out? Success leaves clues. For every 7 or 8 people, there's one that has leadership potential. Not that you're a leader. And man's greatest burden is unfulfilled potential. So 1 in 7 or 8 has a potential to be a leader. True leaders are hard to find. Command of your life allows few intimacies. It's lonely at the top. And the reason why you don't exhibit more leadership is because you want to have friends. I don't have any. I have 4 or 5 acquaintances. Friends are problems. You can't say families without saying lies. In my ethnicity, the familia is everything, except to me. Not one family member except my kid brother and my dad and stepmother have ever been to the castle in 35 plus years. I don't ask them. And they don't ask me. I have relatives that have been to Scotland that haven't been by to see me. Why? Because they know they're not wanted. Because poorness rubs off. Poorness rubs off. Now, you don't need me. Edward, can I have some water, please? You don't need me to tell you that the world's fucked up every place they're rioting. Not every place, but a lot of places, right? When I was a teenager, I don't remember, other than the beginning of the Vietnam War, I can't remember any of this stuff. But now look at it. The world's a pretty fucked up place. Princeton grad found guilty of murdering his father because he cut his allowance. $1,000 a week allowance. Are you kidding me? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. And you can't make this shit up. Yes. Thank you, Edward. Yes, Edward is my butler. Thank you. And he's not for sale or rent or lease.